I stopped watching this tournament after the second round. After two of my favorites lost in the first round, I'm like, I had enough of this. I'm not watching no more of this. And it's talking about Lesia Tsurenko got trolled. I'm gonna say troll, quote unquote, trolled online. That was happy, supposedly happy about a loss. I guess then I'm a troll then, cause I've been talking about her since last year. I even brought it up in a video that I did last year when she supposedly pulled out of Indian Wells because a panic attack before playing Aryna Sabalenka, and I came on and said she conveniently had a panic attack against a player that she had no chance of winning against. So that outcome, what we seen at Australian Open, that should have been the outcome that we seen at Indian Wells last year. Completely annihilated and eviscerated. The only thing I would have came on there and said was, haven't won a tournament in 6 years. Now, that would have really had made me a troll. Ain't no trolls. It's these tennis fans are getting tired of these Ukrainian women bringing politics into sports. I even said to myself, I have to stop following Lesia Tsurenko because I got tired of the politics. Being disrespectful to players like they started the war. Like it's their sole, the players, the tennis players, they're the sole reason why that war started. Now this Aryna Sabalenka Lesia Tsurenko match, I didn't watch it. But I seen that scoreline, I was like, woo! I haven't seen a good double donutting since Caroline Pliskova when she lost to Iga Swiatek in that final at the 2021 Rome. She went out there and got double donutted on, and people was laughing at her. I was mainly laughing at because she got double donutted on a large scale at a Grand Slam. Of course you're gonna get made fun of, Lesia Tsurenko. What, you thought the tennis community, what, you thought we was gonna coddle her, be like, oh, there, Lesia Tsurenko, stand with Ukraine, we're so sorry for you. No, you're gonna be laughed at and you're gonna be made fun of for putting on performance like that in the Grand Slam, especially against players you've been being disrespectful to. Being disrespectful to players that they can't even beat. That turn them into laughing stocks if they play against them. But you want to bring politics into sports, Lesia Tsurenko? Getting utter demolished, vanquished, eradicated in a Grand Slam by the defending champion. It wasn't no trolls. It was probably Aryna Sabalenka stands too. As you get sick of these Ukrainian players taking their frustrations out on them. Here you go in this article. Despite being subjected to vile attacks from infuriated tennis trolls. That was no infuriated trolls. That was people like me. That was getting tired of the politics. Like I said, Lesia Tsurenko, she lost her only last fan, non-Ukrainian fan, before that war when she started bringing politics into tennis. People watch sports, people use sports as an escapism. People don't want to be, I don't want to be bombarded with politics when I'm trying to watch sports. Look at this. I noticed my loss yesterday made a lot of people happy, so my new post is for you. Please feel free to express whatever you want to me. I hope this will make you happy for a little bit longer. But you know, on the eve of the new year, my friend returned from Russian captivity after 1.5 years, lost 55 kilograms of body weight and with an infection in his legs. But the main thing is that he is alive. This is real happiness. So I hope that you would also have real reasons to feel happy in your life, and not because of the loss of some random tennis player whom you have never even met in your life. Lesia Tsurenko! Even in this post, she's still making it about the war. Lesia Tsurenko, what about those other 15,000 casualties in the Civil War that you never brought attention to, that you never tweeted about, that was dying in that Civil War against Russia, that was dying over there in Ukraine in that Civil War? You never met them before in your life. That's why you wasn't tweeting about them. Well, by all that account, your friend is a nobody that we never met before, so why should we care about him being released from captivity and having an infection in his knees? I don't know him, so I don't care about him. But you do have fans that are invested in you that's been watching you for years like myself. And while I was invested in her, never brought anything up about that Civil War. That was my main issue with these Ukrainian players. I'm like, why y'all didn't say anything about this? Why y'all didn't bring attention? Why y'all wasn't bringing awareness? None of you Ukrainians, y'all wasn't bringing awareness to that Civil War. For 8 years, the Civil War was going on for 8 years, Lesia Tsurenko. I've seen more posts of Lesia on her social media of her posing in swimsuits, showing ass and titties than I ever seen her post anything about that Civil War. Now, if I really wanted to troll her, I also found out that she's f***ing her coach. She's dating her coach, which I wasn't surprised by because I know how low these women's standards, these WTA players' standards are, so that wasn't no surprise to me. So I really talk about it. I really go in on her. Talk about some tennis player that you don't even know. Well, we know more about we know enough about you from what you put out there for us to see. And for us to criticize what you do off the court. I bet you half of the comments was talking about how she's too old and she needs to retire. At 34, Lesia, she's an employee, she's being political, she's constantly being injured, she's constantly retiring, giving walkovers, haven't won a tournament in 6 goddamn years, but she wants to be disrespectful to Russian players. And then, wonder why people are happy with her when she loses against the same player who she's being disrespectful to. Lesia got double donuted on by a player she had no chance of winning against. Not even getting a game off of. And she lost, and now she can finish watching the tournament at home on the couch with Aryna Sabalenka's trash garbage ass. Like these tennis fans online, they have the same sentiments as myself. They get tired of these Ukrainians, they get tired of the Ukrainian-Russian war. I even forgot about that war. The only time I remember that Russian-Ukrainian war is when I watch tennis, and then I hear about these Ukrainian players being disrespectful to the Russian players on tour. That's the only time I remember about that Russian-Ukrainian war is when I'm watching tennis. That's an issue. And those tennis fans, they was mainly happy to see her ass lose to the same player who she's being disrespectful to and see her ass out the tournament. They getting sick and tired of the politics. Yeah, them Ukrainian women, especially Lesia Tsurenko and Lesia Tsurenko, she got injured. She had to retire because she got injured. They need to humble themselves. They need to focus on their careers and play the sport of tennis. We come here to watch tennis. You're not hearing them moan about other people who's fighting and dying in the war. The way Lesia Tsurenko is performing in her career, she needs to solely focus on tennis and not focus on being disrespectful and unsportsmanlike to Russian and Belarusian players. And tennis fans won't be laughing at her, making fun of her, and ecstatic that she lost the tennis match.